Hi, Vinnie from Graphite Note, and today I'm going to show you how to run a predictive churn model in our no-code machine learning platform. This will allow you to understand the key drivers of customer churn from your customer database, and then you'll be able to map your database against the trained machine learning model on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, so that you can highlight those customers most at risk of churn. So to get started, I'm going to bring you into the home page and to the import demo dataset. These are a series of demo datasets that we have prepared to cater for all the use cases and models within Graphite Note. So really, if you don't have a dataset for a use case, this allows you to get up and running yourself. So when it comes to customer churn, you'll see here there's a tutorial which walks you through step by step the model setup, how to import your data set, run your model, get the deepest insights and predictions of customer churn available from your data. So when I go back into churn dataset and I import it, you will see that this dataset now is automatically imported into the datasets tab of my Graphite Note instance. And here there's 21 columns and just over 7,000 rows of data. So what our model will do is the algorithms will identify data points or patterns within the data that are not visible to the human eye or to an Excel model, and they will use that data to train a model as to what good looks like. Then we will be able to map our database against that model to highlight the customers at risk of churn. So the key thing we need in a churn dataset is we need a target column, and you'll read that within the tutorial on the demo datasets. And essentially in this instance, what we want from our target column is understanding the customers who churned or didn't churn. So all of these columns represent data or touch points on each customer, the type of customer they are, the services they have, their payment methods, what services they use within this telco churn data set. So you'll see here the target column is churn, yes, no. So that will allow the model to be trained. So now I'll go into models and I'm going to select a new model. And you'll read again in the tutorial notes for the demo dataset that binary classification is the model that you would use to predict customer churn. So I'm going to go in and now upload this data set. You can see it was uploaded a minute ago by me to the model. I will name the model. I can tag it if I want to and put more of a description in there. And then I need to select the target column that we're going to train the model against. So in this example, it's churn. We can see here that there are over 5,000 churners and nearly 2,000 live customers from this data set. So that's a good representation to be able to train the model in a balanced way. And then I would go next, and any features or columns not fit for the model are automatically excluded. That's something we do in the background in our platform. It's essentially a data exclusion process. Anything that's not relevant is excluded. I then click next and I run scenario. The model will take 1 to 2 minutes to run. So I'm just going to show you the trained model that I ran a little while ago, just before we jumped on this video. So this is a binary classification model on demo churn, which is the CSV file that I uploaded. And the first thing you see here under the performance tab are the key drivers. These are the drivers of churn from the columns that were in the data set. So it's trying to understand what are the key drivers. Well, tenure is the biggest driver, representing 50% of the load factor, if you like, for identifying churn. Contract is very important. So month-to-month contract here we can see drives churn at 6 times higher than any other contract form. So if we ended up being in a 2-year contract with customers, we would be able to reduce our churn 12x. That's significant. So one of the first things I would see from that is, in terms of execution, is we need to get our customers onto longer term contracts as early as possible into our relationship with them. And so on. There are other tabs here you can go into for more detail if you want a more technical insight on how everything works. Then you go to the prediction tab, and in the prediction tab, you will see that there is a what if observation playground. These are the columns, the key columns that are required in order to run from the important columns within the dataset to be able to predict churn. So you'll see here, if I just click prediction from this automated selection that was taken, it's kind of a 50-50. But I know, for example, if my contracts are on a 2-year basis instead of month to month, my churn is going to reduce significantly. So risk of churn here is no, with a probability of 81%. So that's significant. So what you can do then is, this is a playground, but you can predict a CSV file, you can predict a data set, we can connect to your database, Postgres, SQL Server, and other connectors. So that gives you the ability to do this on an automated basis, either daily, weekly, monthly, mapping your database then against the model to give you that prediction in terms of the probability of customers churning, which then allows your customer success team to not treat all customers the same and to get in front of the customers that are showing characteristics of churn ahead of the human eye. I hope you found that useful. And as always, if you have any questions, please come back to me. And in our doc section, you'll see that we have prepared really answers to every question we envisage from our interaction with our customers and prospects to date. And we hope you find that useful. Thank you.